If you guys are new to BMWs, your turn signal's right here. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. I am sitting in a 2025 BMW X5 Xdrive40. Gesture controls. Hey. BMW says the X5 is outside of ordinary, so we're going to find out exactly what that means today. So stay tuned as we embark on this journey of the X5. If you don't know by now, well, I'm going to tell you the X5 is my favorite SUV like ever of all time. So right off the bat, let's start with specs. The X5 starts at about $68,000. All-wheel drive, BMW calls that Xdrive. The Xdrive40 comes with the 3-liter inline-6, turbocharged of course. It makes 375 horsepower and about 398 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60 is accomplished in about 5.3 seconds, so this thing is lickety-quickety-split quick. Came up with that one on the fly. Don't know what it means. An additional thing to note about the X5 is this has a mild hybrid system. So it's about a 48-volt system, and it handles stuff like the stop start, really just basics. It gives you a little bit of extra oomph, but nothing that you're really even going to notice. But I really do like the way that BMW has integrated that mild hybrid system into this. To describe how mild it is, I would say that if you think that mild hot sauce is spicy, this is like a mayonnaise. You don't even realize how mild the system is. Depending on how you option the X5, you can tow about 7,200 pounds, which is fantastic. This thing can tow about 6 jet skis. Go ahead and do the math. Let me know how far off I am. I am the worst at math, but that's my guess, 6 jet skis. It's probably closer to like 15 jet skis. Gas mileage, about 23 city, 27 highway, respectable numbers. And when you're having fun with this inline-6, one, it sounds great, it's fantastic, it's very torquey, all those good things, and this X5 is just so comfortable. It has a great balance of sportiness with luxury, and I love that about the X5. So before we talk about all the gadgets and the cool stuff that's on the interior, we're going to hop outside. I'm going to take you guys for a quick walk around of the outside, show you some things to kind of highlight how awesome the X5 is when it comes to exterior goodies, and then we'll just dive in and I'll show you guys what specs and options this has, and I'll give you guys my little yay or nay if I think that package is worth it. But this is optioned very well, and if I were to buy an X5 right now, I'm telling you, this is starting to look like the spec that I would go with for 2025 at least. So one of the first things you'll notice as you're looking at the outside of this has a lot of BMW shadow line options. You'll also notice that it has 20-inch wheels, which are very specific to the M Sport package. And if you're curious kind of what it looks like without the M Sport package, this is kind of what you would look like. Take a look at that. And I'm not saying this is bad, but if you don't want all this shadow line stuff, this is what you would end up getting. You can kind of see the headlights are more clear, but otherwise, it's still good looking. This also does include the M Sport Package Pro, which is going to have the BMW M Sport exhaust. This is going to have the M Sport brakes with the red calipers. And then back here, you're going to notice this is the one that's not an M Sport. So you're going to see the traditional diffuser versus the black diffuser and the nice exhaust tips. While we're on the subject of the M Sport package, it's about $2,700, and you would think that it's purely cosmetic, but I just want to clear the air that it's not. You're also going to get the M Sport steering wheel, heated front seats, panoramic moonroof, the curved display, navigation, active driving assistance, and you're going to have active blind spot monitoring. So pretty awesome package for $2,700. I really do feel like you're getting your money's worth. This does have the passive entry. So as I back up, the lights are going to flicker, and then it should lock. See the mirrors folded in, and then as I get closer to it, sorry about the highway noise, it's going to unlock and ready to go. And then over here, you're going to notice your nice kidney grille. This does have active aero, so these dampers do open and close. You'll also notice you got your sensors up front, all for your driving assistant features. I'm going to try to get some footage of this, but with the sun out right now, I might not be able to capture it. And if I can't, I'm going to show you a clip of what the illuminated grille looks like. But for about $1,600, you can add the illuminated kidney grille. It's a subtle flex. Okay, it's not subtle at all. It's a hell of a flex. These are, of course, LEDs, and they look really, really good. I'll go ahead and hit this unlock really fast and show you guys what it looks like. As you've noticed, no more halo headlights because BMW switched to this redesigned headlight setup. And before I go any further, special thanks to Evans BMW over here in Dayton, Ohio. If you're in the area, be sure to stop in and ask for Jared or James. Those guys are awesome, and they'll be sure to teach you all you want to know about the X5. So this is going to be your key. Hit this 3 times, and that's going to give you your remote start. You got your unlock, your trunk release right there, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that. You'll see that opening. Other than that, key is pretty straightforward, clean, unique design. We'll go ahead and take a look in here. And of course, you're going to have a little privacy cover in your X5 to hide your contraband or whatever else you've got in here. Close that up. Seats do fold a little bit flat. I want to say like 60-40. And then you're going to have your little clamshell split right there. Push that, all power. And if you're wondering, 2 adults can sit on this just fine. Something else that I don't think a lot of people have realized that BMW started doing, when you flip this open, look at that. You got a strut. How many trunks do you know have a rear strut, hydraulic strut, to be able to allow you access to under here? You're gonna have extra floor mats, and other than that, nothing else too crazy back here. But I just love this. This is not necessary at all, but the fact that BMW does it, I'm happy for. Let's take a moment to appreciate these carpet lines, and other than that, we'll close her up, and we'll move on to the second row. So boom, boom, boom. Look at that. So we're in the back seat now. You'll notice just how soft these are, or I'm telling you, you'll notice that once you get inside these. And if you're wondering what this little cutout's for, BMW has this little travel package that you can attach here. Inserted a picture of it right there, but you got charge ports, all of that good stuff. Then back here, you've got your climate vents. Unfortunately, this is not equipped with the 4-zone climate control or anything like that. So no big deal. You still do get a little bit of ability. You can actually turn this to make it more cold or more hot. Then down below, you're gonna have 2 more charge ports down there. So right now I have this seat set for someone about 6 foot tall, 6'2", 6'3" even. Just so you can see, this has the entry exit, so this seat is actually all the way back. So if I were to slide and sit behind this seat, I'm 5'9", and I got just enough room to make this work. And of course, you can actually see how much room I have up there to actually slide this seat all the way up. So if I were to adjust that to my 5'9" driving position, the back of the X5 is comfortable for full-size adults and large children. As I said, this does have keyless entry, so there's going to be a little groove right here to lock. And then once that locks, you just put your hand back in here. Sorry about the noise, guys. You lock in there, and now you're able to enter the X5. You're greeted with this nice illuminated X5 logo right here, kind of little transition thing. You can see some of the detail on the wood-ish accents. And before I hop in on the driver's side, I just want to give you guys a little sneak peek of what this interior looks like. I think it's gorgeous, and I just love the black on black, personally. All right, let's go ahead and start this up. You got your push start right there. Give that a push. So there are a lot of features to cover. I'll try to keep this pretty quick. This is where your trunk release would be, this little button right here. This is where you'd have your memory seats, your locks, your window controls, your mirror controls right there. This does have blind spot monitoring, so there is a little triangle that you'll see right there at the end of your side mirror. So these are kind of pretty cool. They're very pinpoint precision, I would say. So these can move in every direction that you need to get the maximum airflow towards you. You've got your Harman Kardon sound system. Let's see what we've got on the radio. Gesture controls. Hey. One of my favorites, and one I always recommend, is the $1,900 premium package. That's going to add Harman Kardon sound, gesture controls, heads-up display, and then remote start. I think that pays for itself the day you drive this thing off the lot. The other thing is that for the X5 being luxury, I feel like you need those packages in order to have the true BMW experience with this. LJ's opinion once again. Let me know what you guys think. Let's go to the steering wheel itself. Lots and lots of buttons, but they're all fairly easy to use. Another thing with the M Sport package is you get this nice M Sport wheel. Big fan of that as well. Paddle shifters right there, 8-speed automatic transmission. And then on this steering wheel, just a couple things to point out. This is where you would have like your cruise control configurations right there. And then this is how you actually navigate this menu. So without diving too much into the menu, I'll show you a couple quick things that you have to know. This little menu button, when you press that, you'll see this little screen pop up right there. And then if you go right or left, each one is going to have a little bit of it's going to show you what it's covering when you move up and down. So content is going to be that middle screen. So it'll change the screen as you're going through. You got maps, you got your G meter right there. Let that load up. Then you're going to also have your media and radio. You can see that we're listening to Pedro. Then go over to the right side. Layout's going to be the 2 outer areas, so this part and that part. So as you scroll right or left, you'll be able to customize those a little bit. So this is what the standard one is. You've got your miles per hour, and then your RPM gauge right there. But as you scroll through that menu, you can customize the screen to whatever you like. Some people like it really simple. You guys won't be able to see much of the heads-up display, but I'm going to try to show you a little bit of it. It's flickering there in the middle, and you can kind of change it to whatever you like. See if I can kind of roll through and show you guys. Sorry if this is not showing very clearly. I'll try to edit that the best I can. Other than that, this screen has all your basic info. So you'll be able to see your rear passengers right there, see who's buckled up and all those good things. You got your speed limit signs right there, which is also prevalent in your heads-up display. You got your range right there, which looks really good. 485 miles on a tank of gas. Can't beat that. Over here is going to be your engine temps and outdoor temps. And then you see what gear you're in right there. I'm a big fan of this curved display and this iDrive, I think this is 8.5 system. This is really good to use, and I'm going to dive into that if there are no other things to really point out to you guys. Oh, now let's talk about this screen right here. Again, I showed you guys the gestures. There's a bunch more. There's a lot of different shortcuts on this screen, so you'll notice this is all streamlined. There aren't a lot of buttons left, just the important ones. So you can skip songs, turn your volume down, turn the radio on and off. So let's talk about some of the key features that you should know in here. You do have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, BMW Personal Assistant, and then BMW ID, so you can set different profiles. There's also one of my favorite things is BMW's Drive Recorder. Let's go ahead and do that. Confirm. Sorry, new owner. I already confirmed and agreed to all this for you. But let's say that you do leave your BMW. You can actually just have it. Let me record an example right here. Right, it's just going to record, and it uses all the cameras that are already on the BMW as sort of like a dash cam. So now I can go to show recording, and you can see all the different angles that are available. So there's this front camera, there's the right camera, the rear camera, the left camera, and it's just going to record all of those things, and you'll always have footage of what your car is up to while you're kind of away from it. So I do love that. It's essentially a Sentry mode for your car. You got your maps right there, so if you need directions to Evans BMW over here in Dayton, Ohio, you'll be sure to find them. Let's go back to this menu. And I know some of you might be wondering how you navigate this so fast. Well, let's say you need to get to important things like your temperature. BMW always has that available right here. And then heated seats and heated steering wheel, you push these right here and you're able to do that. So nothing that's too difficult to get to, I would say. And then if you want to get to your actual climate settings, you hit this little fan right there and all of your HVAC controls are right there. Very easy to use, and you're able to really take full advantage of the screen without having a lot of clutter. Music is going to be available right there. You're going to have your satellite radio and all of these good things. So most people are going to still just use Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and there's nothing else to that. Let's go into some of the settings. You can go into interior lighting. This does have ambient lighting. So when I go to your reading lights, you can actually turn those on from here, from there as well. So you do have little kind of redundancies with the buttons. Let's go back to the ambient lighting. You'll see that kind of around the car a little bit. And then even like up here, you'll see this little blue light. Let's change this to a more fun color like lavender. Look at that, look at that. Ooh, how about flamingo pink? There we go. Look at that. Now this thing has some spirit. It's very 2024. You do have YouTube on here, so if you want to go watch LJ's Garage or subscribe to the channel, please go ahead and do so. I appreciate all the support. Thing else that I really want to show you guys is the safety features. So you got two categories. You got your infotainment and then vehicle, but let's go to vehicle and let's go to driving settings. And then from here, you're going to see where you have the drivetrain settings and all that iconic sounds, kind of is like BMW's funneled in noise. You got your sport mode. You can customize all these settings. So again, sport damping, you can set to comfort settings or sport. Steering, you can also adjust comfort, sport. Drivetrain, comfort, sport, sport plus. So let's put this in sport plus. Give this a little rev, baby rev. You guys won't be able to hear that. So let's talk about safety and driving features. So in here, you're going to have forward collision avoidance, lane departure warning, and you can set it to have active steering intervention. You got your blind spot warnings and monitoring systems, and then exit warnings, as well as fatigue alerts and speed warnings. These are all kind of the nitty-gritty, real important safety features that most people need. If you want to get something more autonomous, then you can option BMW's advanced driving packages, and that will allow you to have more self-driving features if you so choose. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in reverse, and to do that, your shifter is going to be right here. You're going to flick up one time. So these are some of your cameras. You've got your 360 camera right there. As you can see, I'm very close to this curb, so let me not even move an inch. Just kidding. This thing, you could park so close to something because of these cameras. You even have parking assistance, so it can get you out of spaces, park for you, all of those good things. So let me go back to the parking view. This is what your normal camera would look like. And you've got all these different angles, which are all the cameras that BMW uses for your drive record. So you got so many different ways to not actually hit anything. So if you are hitting things in your BMW X5, we got to talk, because you're doing something crazy. All right, so let's move down here. I'm going to go ahead and put this in park, and to do that, you just press this little P right there. From earlier, you've got your back and forth for your forward and repeat for your music tracks right there. Your defrosters are still set to quick buttons. And then you've got this little tray that you slide up. And then in here, you've got your BMW digital key. Look at that. Wireless charging pad right there, as well as a little storage space right there, another USB port, 2 cup holders as well. And then from here, you're going to have the controls for your iDrive system, which I love that BMW still keeps this. So you just press this, and it will allow you to kind of navigate your whole iDrive system essentially from here. So you can just move and control everything without ever having to use the touchscreen or gestures or anything like that. Just keep your hand here, and this is all familiar to returning BMW buyers. Sport mode, comfort mode, Eco Pro, emergency parking brake, and then your automatic brake hold. And just like that, we have walked through all the key features that I think are important on the BMW X5. Oh, I almost forgot. Someone asked me on another video, they were saying that a lot of times they don't know the size of the wireless chargers. So I've got a Galaxy S22 Ultra, pretty good size phone, and it does fit in there. So iPhone 15, 16 Pro Max, whatever the top of the line iPhone would, should be able to fit. And same with any Android phones as well. So that's really nice that BMW has a good size wireless charger. Almost forgot. So lots of features in the center console, and then let's go into the armrest, which this one is option with the heated armrest. I like that. Not something that I absolutely need, but why not? Ball out. In here, normal storage, a charge point right there. Close this up. Very nice, right? And just like that, we've walked through the 2025 BMW X5 Xdrive40i, equipped with some of my favorite packages. Again, M Sport package, I love the look of it. It's kind of up there on the package deal, but the adaptive suspension, the 20-inch wheels, I really like what it looks like. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, be sure to let me know. Otherwise, quick summary on the driving experience of the X5, fantastic. I've used this word to describe the X5 since like 2015. I've always been a fan of it. I love the X5. I love this 3-liter inline 6. I love what BMW has done with this SUV. These are some of the best seats that I've ever sat in. And it's very rare that I see an SUV that I love and I go, man, that's both, appealing to men, appealing to women. It is just a great looking SUV, and I know that I'm starting to sound like the BMW Ultimate fan here, and I should probably stop. But there's only good things that I can say about the X5. The ride is not harsh, it is very comfortable, and if you do go for the adaptive suspension, you will be rewarded with a pleasant driving experience. Go drive one, let me know what you think, and you can thank me later. This is one of the easiest recommendations. This is like recommending a Toyota RAV4. This is a no-brainer, an easy one, very reliable engine, very reliable platform altogether, and one of the best BMW SUVs ever made. I can say that wholeheartedly and honestly, and I really want one. So in time and whatnot. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next episode. Like, subscribe, all those good things. Peace.